Thanks, Shelley, and welcome back to our Sunday gathering. I am very excited about today's gathering, but before we start, please reach out to your tens and invite them to join us. Also, please turn on your cameras. Now, with our opening intention, Lance?
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, friends. This is from Ravash, Article 29, 1986, Lishma and Lo Lishma. One must try to remember the goal while studying Torah. Again, one must try to remember the goal while studying Torah. So it will always be before his eyes what he wants to receive from the study, that the study will impart greatness and importance of the Creator. Again, Rabash, Article 29, 1986, Lishma and Lo Lishma. L'chaim.
Thanks, Lance. Now with an important update about our from our Arvut team. Chaim?
Yes, hello friends. Okay, there's only 59 of us here. So that's a shame. Okay, so I need to see what I start with. Okay, first of all, I don't know if you noticed, but both lessons, well, I'm sure you did notice, both lessons yesterday were dedicated to discussions about the visitor center, right? I feel like we owe you guys an explanation about why so much time and effort was devoted to discussing the visitors center. As you could see, the management was speaking, and then there was a workshop, and then people asked all kinds of questions regarding the visitor center, whether it we should do it, how we should do it, etc., etc. There's a situation happening in Petach Tikva, and in my personal opinion, it's a test for our society, especially in Petach Tikva. It's the first time that a major dissemination initiative or enterprise is led not by Rav or someone that Rav clearly said that he would lead it, and then he stands right up front behind him, behind that person.
All documenting.
Yeah, Gary, you please. Thank you. This time it's the management. The management introduced the project, and they're the ones who initiated it. And Rav is supportive. He's not against it, but he doesn't deal with these things anymore. And so in this case, usually when Rav introduces something, people either bow their heads and go along, or a few of them find it too difficult to agree with and either quit or quit temporarily or something like that. This time what happened was that the management got a wave, a very large wave of criticism, all kinds of criticism about the idea, the finances behind it, the probability of success, all kinds of reservations, let's call it. I'm not talking about suggestions for improvement. I'm talking about reservations about the project, the thinking about the project, and many things like that. So the management brought this to Rav, and he suggested that the management brings it to the whole society and shares what they had in mind. So this is what they did yesterday. And they let all the people speak, whoever wanted to. More people wanted to speak than there was time, but still. That's why there was this discussion. How, and the original program, the one that was presented at the Congress, has already been modified and basically shrunk in half. They didn't say it up front, but it's due to the criticism. So that's what it is. Not sure how this will turn out. What will happen eventually? When? But the reason you see these events happening during lessons is because of this spirit in the society. And it is that important to dedicate time to it from the morning lesson, from the lesson in general, the morning lesson in the morning, and then in the afternoon lesson as well, when more women were present. Why? Because if there's no unity in the society, then what's the point of the whole idea? If the society is not behind it, if it doesn't back it, then it will not succeed, whatever it is. It can be the best plan in the world. It will not work if the whole society is not behind it. So that's what they were trying to do, to bring up all the reservations and unify the society around it. Did it work? Let's say it's a process. Okay? That's my diplomatic answer. So I just wanted to wanted you guys to be in the loop to understand what's going on and why. And now that I think about it, I think we could use your thoughts and prayers for our unity here in Petach Tikva. Okay, well, that's the first thing. There will be no time for questions today. Sorry, guys, because we have a festive YH. The practical aspects of working the tent today is a YH that Northeast has prepared for us, right, Richard? So I'm just going to give these announcements, and then we'll move on to the YH. If you do have questions, you can send them over to the Arvut team or to me, but I will not be answering questions today, in this meeting. Okay. The second thing I wanted to talk about is this upcoming meal. That's also something that's been underground and all of a sudden surfaced. Why is there a Thanksgiving meal all of a sudden? Over the legal proceedings. How many of you have heard of them?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Not many of you did. And those who didn't hear much. Okay, well, it turns out that, over the past more than 12 years, nearly 13 years, Bnei Baruch has been suing a certain person. His name is Applebaum. He's the father of a person who used to study here, Tomer Applebaum. I'm sure many of you know it. And he's been against Bnei Baruch for ages. And when Bnei Baruch wanted to get a program, an educational program approved by the Ministry of Education, his father sent a letter to the Ministry of Education and to a whole lot of other entities in Israel, warning them about Bnei Baruch, that it's a cult, that they should not work with Bnei Baruch, that they are dangerous to people, that they manipulate people and whatnot, play with people's minds, exploit money, you name it. So Bnei Baruch sued him for libel. The legal proceedings took 13 years. But they cost a fortune. Really, there's a part in the Bnei Baruch annual budget dedicated to these proceedings. But eventually, we got the verdict. And the verdict could not be more unequivocal. Everything, he said, every single thing, the judge went item by item and renounced all of them. And he also awarded Bnei Baruch compensation, but it's nothing compared to what we already spent. But that's not the point. The point is that the verdict is so unequivocal that it really clears our name and denounces him, and it'll also be much easier for us from now on to stop him whenever he tries something, because he will. That's the meaning of his life, to somehow hurt Bnei Baruch as much as he can. Tomer is not with us anymore in any way, shape, or form, but he's still fighting against us as if. So anyway, so that's what we're celebrating today, and that's why there's this festive meal to celebrate this, because in Israel, it really clears out our name. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, that'll be real quick, and then we'll move on to the Yeshivat Chaverim. I'm not sure how many of you are coming to Israel or planning to come to Israel for the February Congress. But if you are, you need to know that there will be no BB Hotel this year, if you haven't heard about it yet. So you need to make arrangements. Okay? Now, what does that mean? There will be meals here. The Congress is Thursday through Saturday. Okay? There will be meals here, 3 meals a day, 3 days before the Congress and 2 days after the Congress. But you will need to find your own accommodations. Okay? Whether it's an Airbnb or a hotel or a hostel or whatever. We will provide recommended places, both in terms of price and in terms of accessibility to public transport. Okay? They are not necessarily near the center. They can be as far as Tel Aviv, which by bus could be like 45 minutes. However, if you drive by train, Laura, thank you. If you drive by train, it's maybe 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. It's not much more expensive. So we will add that to the Congress site. What else did I want to say about this? I'll check in a minute. One sec. Just one sec. exactly. Yeah. Also, there's the option of hosting with friends. This is a limited option because many of the friends are already, booked. Friends are used to sleeping with other friends, and they've been doing it for years, so they probably contacted them before. So there will be a list, but I wouldn't count on it, to be honest. At the center, we're not sure what activities besides meals there will be. There is a plan to do a trip this year after the Congress. You will get a notice about it, either during the Congress or shortly before the Congress, if you want to go. It's not mandatory. And it costs extra, something like, I guess, maybe, I don't know, 100 shekels, maybe 200 shekels. The Congress price, that's important, is 600 shekels. Dollar-wise, it's 180. Okay, that includes everything besides accommodations, of course. That's for all 3 days. What else? I think that's it. That's it about the Congress. And if there
Thanks,
are
Chaim.
more questions, technical questions about the Congress, please, again, either to me or to the Arvut team, and we'll answer them. And now on to the Yeshivat Chaverim.
Thanks, Chaim. Now I'm very excited to introduce the Friends USA Northeast format for Yeshivat Haverim. Every Tuesday before the morning lesson, we have our Yeshivat Haverim. Our format is music, reading, a round of love, repeat, music, reading, and a round of love, increasing the intensity towards the lesson and the world Kli. We've invited friends to share their hearts. So here we go. Robert?
Somewhere in the still of the night, a whisper of love awakens inside. Somewhere in the dark there's a flame, a light in our hearts, guiding us through the pain. Years of chasing after the wind, but the treasures of life are hidden within. The answer will come down from above, piecing all of the world in one vision of love. And from our hearts we sing one song, all voices as one in the rhythm of love. And from our hearts we sing one song, all voices as one in the rhythm of love.
Kabbalah, the will to receive is called female. In Kabbalah, the will to receive is called female, and the will to bestow is called male. These terms have nothing to do with gender characteristics of people in our world. Therefore, when reading Kabbalistic texts, one must remember that they speak only of spiritual concepts. The entire process of the world's correction takes place for the sake of the feminine aspect, which is the foundation of creation. Only through the correct interaction between the male intention to bestow and the female desire to receive elements does the possibility arise to reveal the creator and become equal to him. By themselves, neither woman nor man is complete. L'chaim.
David?
Hello, friends. Grateful to be here with you. I'm here to speak to you about our women, and I would like to speak to you about our women specifically around this Congress time. Salt Lake City had a mass group of strong women that gathered, and it is the first time in the history of this group that we ever had such a gathering of women for the Congress.
Yeah.
And they added such a powerful light to this Congress, and it was amazing. And they really invoked within us men to really kick it into high gear and really start building that spiritual body within our group. And I'm personally grateful for these women and the inspiration that they have been to us men. And guys, we'd be nowhere without our women. They keep us pointed in the right direction. They keep us adhered towards the goal. And so l'chaim to you women and your great desires towards this goal. And may your connection between yourselves only strengthen further and bring contentment to the Creator. L'chaim.
Yes, amen, l'chaim.
Ernest?
Shalom, dear friends. Great to see you, hear you, and feel all of you. Definitely a very, very special day, very special gathering. And I would like to add on to the friends from Salt Lake City and for to big thank you for Chaim for the updates, and to give a huge l'chaim to all the ladies, okay, particularly start from Toronto to North America, to the whole world clip. I must tell you, you are just amazing, okay, because your effort, your love, your connection, your support, and everything what you are doing, your initiative, okay, where we have been the men without you, and this one we can see it everywhere. Your initiative, your activities, your devotion, okay, and the care, simply speechless. I must tell you that we have our dear ladies actually involved everywhere in every activity, from preparation for the meals and preparation of the unity days and the planning and the Excel charts and the follow-ups and the broadcast and translation. And just imagine what we could do without you. But so really, from the bottom of our heart, of the behalf of all the men from the whole world, big hug, big love to all of you. Thank you so much for doing so much for us. Please continue, add on, share your hearts, and push us to Gmar Tikkun. Thank you so much. L'chaim, dears. L'chaim.
Robert?
Racing thoughts of me, somewhere above these pounding waves of the sea, a thread of light that pulls us through the dark. light the way. You light the way. And we can dance through the storm and together awaken the dawn. Away, away, away. When a reason can't be found and all is lost, when the fog is fallen and it's blinding us, a thread of light that pulls us through the dark, a broken heart that is waiting to be. Away, 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 you light the way. Away, 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 and we can dance through the storm and together awaken the dawn. Away, away, away. Now love is calling, a place we belong. Lose myself in you, you are there all along. You light the way. Away, 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 you light the way. Away, 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 and we can dance through the storm and together awaken the dawn. Away, 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 and we can dance through the storm and together awaken the dawn. Away, away, away.
Thank you. I'm supposed to read an excerpt from Ralph's blog, and I'm going to, but I see that we have a little extra time, and I have no choice. I have to open my heart and be so grateful for the women on our path, because I'm thinking about Elon Musk, how he's thinking that he's going to Mars and abandon the Earth, and that all the elites will go there and leave the crap to humanity. And we as men have to be out of our minds to think that we're moving somewhere without this beloved part of our soul. And so I want to just give big kudos and a big shout out to all of our wonderful women in the CLE, especially in North America, because this is where we're speaking from right now. And I've had the chance to interact with so many beautiful women in this CLE that have inspired me and kept me grounded and pointed me in the right direction. And I know that from the bottom of my heart that I wouldn't even be on the path if it wasn't for some of the great women in our CLE. And I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart, truly. And we as men have to lower ourselves in a way to let that part within human consciousness, within our soul, to rise. And I'm even getting a little bit nervous right now because that's how close it is to me, because we are one in the end. There's no superior, there's no inferior, we're one. And so with that being said, I will read the blog, the post from Ralph's blog. Thank you, friends. I'm very glad that such changes are occurring. It is written that Israel was delivered from Egypt thanks to the righteous women. That is exactly what is happening. We see that at this convention, women are outpacing men. They are quicker and clear-headed, which I am very pleased about. So we should push them forward. We will follow their lead. L'chaim.
Andre?
Hi, hello friends, good to be with you. So, hello ladies, congratulations for the celebrating women. And I want to join also what David said about the Congress in Salt Lake City. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't like to speak in front of many people, so sorry if I'm confused or shaky voice, but I had to overcome it and to express the gratitude, because the Congress, as David says, it really impacted on our spiritual, on our Salt Lake City spiritual life. So I just have to come and say thank you for everything you did for us, for supporting us in the Congress. And I also prepared something from Rav's blog if we have time. It's quick. Okay. So solving the problem is up to those who have a problem, especially so in Kabbalah, where everything depends on interaction and mutual help. To the degree you can unite among yourselves to help men and each other, this is what will happen. A women's group is not just a group that consists of individual people, but it is women who unite in order to participate in the spiritual ascent. Together with children and all those who don't participate actively, women comprise the greater part of humanity. The women's part is very important and very powerful. If they are able to organize, then it's great, and if not, then men lack this help and pressure from women, and women lose out as well. Therefore, there is need for a serious organization, mutual help and connection. If it exists, it exists. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I want to say that, from the experience from our last Congress, it exists. And thank you very much, women. You are strong and keep pushing us, like Ernest said. Thank you. Arvut?
Javier?
Wow. I had to stand up for this one because this is a very respectful moment. From history, we know that Rabash immediately organized a group from the men who came to from the wives of the men who came to study with him. He knew how important the women were right away. So he created a group and he had them study. He had them meet every single week and had them take notes and had them turn in these notes. And he read these notes and he really emphasized that these were the most important, notes at the time, because they really provided the true desire that there was a true revelation that this united force, this single role that the women have of, feeling the yearning, the necessity, the lack, the true desire in the world as the mothers and sisters and grandmothers and beloveds and wives. And there's really no words for what you've done for us. For me personally, the moment I walked into a BB center, a woman said, "Welcome, we've been expecting you." That's how I was greeted by a woman. My heart melted. I smiled. I said, "Of course you were." And my heart keeps melting every day because the men's role is simple. It's just to execute. It's just to figure out how to make this happen for you. That's our only existence. We eat just to get a little bit of energy to fulfill your desire. And when we're eating, we're listening to you. We're taking it in. We want to make sure that we put intention on every bite. And every day we're surrounded by beautiful, powerful women, and this desire is our fuel. Rolf told me one time in a lesson a long time ago that we need to give the entire vessel to the Creator, the entire vessel of reception to the Creator. Above it all, and that's how we reveal the force of bestowal. And I've never seen a more powerful force of bestowal on earth, and I've witnessed it myself in the congresses and the preparation. The women you bring to this force, this life, to this plea, to this broken vessel, this piece of dust. You are the divinity. You are holy. You are what we hold up dear. And There's no words, really. I hope that you understand that we show up every day for you. We breathe for you. We live for you. And we'll live eternally with you together. Thank you to our dear Rav, who pushes us in this direction, our Rabash and all the dear Kabbalists before us, and all the women who supported them as well. L'chaim, and we continue to the next degree. One love.
Wow. Hope everybody feels this excitement. A special thanks to all of our participants, and especially to you. Join us on the Arvut system for a special Bnei Baruch celebration next, and we will see you next time. Shelley?
האהבה היא לא שלך, האהבה גם לא שלי, היא לא קשורה להצלחה, לחיובי או לשלילי. האהבה היא לא זמנית, היא לא עוברת לעולם, כשהיא קיימת היא נצחית ומחבקת את כולם. האהבה היא האהבה, היא השחרור מעצמך. האהבה היא נתינה, היא מגיעה מהנשמה, מהנשמה. האהבה היא לא שלך, האהבה גם לא שלי, היא לא קשורה להצלחה, לחיובי או לשלילי. האהבה היא לא זמנית.
I am.
Hi.
לחיים.
לחיים, חברים וחברות.
L'chaim.